Hello everyone, I'm going to be walking you through how I made the big brass instrument in my first piece. So creating that first layer of brass is a little bit of a workaround because I'm sequencing them in retrograde. Because as you can see right here, I'm going to be reversing the sample, just creating a surreal effect. And now that I've edited and trimmed that first layer, I'm going to be creating a second layer using the Spitfire faded trumpet fields from the Spitfire Labs. And as you can hear, that is adding a real dissonant effect to the instrument, but it still needs body. So I'm going to be adding just a preset from Massive called 3-octave sub. I'm going to be increasing the time of the glide between each notes. And this is going to just add a lot more weight to the instrument. So as I'm bouncing this, we're going to have a really nice balanced sound with the horns and the trumpets really filling out the rest of the space. So now that we have everything sequenced, the instrument is sounding good, but a little static. So I'm going to add some minor effects to some of the individual tracks for the sake of creating a little bit more tension, a little bit more dissonance. So I'm using the Soundtoys Tremulator plugin on the sub just to create a sort of slowing down effect. So I have this shape as soft square to give a little punch, and I'm adjusting the tempo using automation. So that's sounding good. And then for the Symphobia horns, I'm using the Sound Shifter plugin from Waves, really creating just a pitch modulation at the end of each phrase. And altogether, it sounds like this. So after doing a little bit more mixing, I bounced the tracks to a stem, and I'm now adding Soundtoys' Decapitator. So what that's really doing, as you can hear, is just adding more grit, more presence, and a little bit more intensity to the sound as a whole. As you can see, I have the drive up to 4. And then finally, I'm adding just a little bit of fat filter compression just to shape the sound a little bit more. And that is essentially how I created the God motif in my first piece.